Good morning, Blackhawks. In this week's episode of the BHB, you'll see bacteria, football tragedies,
and so much more.
What's poppin', Blackhawks? I'm Jason Brownholt.
And I'm Cooper Burns. Fast fact, did you know lobsters listen with their legs?
And you're watching the Blackhawk Buzz.
Attention Blackhawks, the annual National English Honor Society Short Story Contest is back, with this year's theme being, They Never Taught Me This in School. Submissions are due to Mr. Shields' room in 218 with a small $1 fee by December 3rd.
November is notorious for its relation with personal challenges for men, No Shave November being one of them. Women's will put their own twist on the event with the annual Beardos fundraiser. 15 teachers will have yellow posters outside the doors, jars in their classrooms. The money collected will go to the Junior Diabetes Research and Funding Association.
Jason, did you see the new Avengers movie this year?
Who didn't? It was one of the most epic movies this season, especially for comic books.
Well, Connor, Sarah, and I ran a survey and found out less than half of the students at this school have actually read a comic book, and most people weren't very proud at the fact that they had. Here's an inside look at what we found.
If I were to ask you to identify that scene based just on the audio, I'm sure most people would be able to identify it as Avengers Endgame. Endgame holds the highest box office sales of all time, and rightly so, as it made almost $2.8 billion in theaters. With the amount of money Endgame made, who hasn't seen it? But who has read the comic book? We wanted to look a little bit closer to home and did a survey on 300 students here at Williamsfield, testing both A and B lunch on who has read a comic book. Half of the students surveyed had read a comic book, almost embarrassed at the fact that they had. The embarrassment of a hobby or liking isn't just with comic books, as a student who plays the popular game Super Smash Bros. Tells us. It gives off a lot of anxiety, thinking I need to portray an image to keep them around, even though knowing they probably won't care at all is frustrating and stresses me out a lot. While in some cases that might not seem bad, but as a freshman who is self-conscious and embarrassed to talk about his passion, it creates a hard time for him.
There's an underlying fear, like if I say that I actually enjoy doing this thing, that people are going to think differently of me, or that like I'm wasting my time, or that I'm a nerd, or I'm weird, or something. And I totally get that, and it's definitely an anxiety thing. But the only way to like make it better is to be a part of the group of people that like say this isn't weird.
The pressure of not being the nerdy kid is so much that they're not willing to admit that, hey, I do this. And so a lot of times we're walking around acting like people that we really aren't, and we're not accepting of the skin that we're in, and just saying, hey, yeah, I read comic books, man. I play video games. I watch sports. I like to cook. I like to bake. I'm in band. I'm in sports. Whatever it is that identifies us.
Doing what you enjoy is important, and it shouldn't affect you in any negative way. So pick up a comic book or play Smash. And as Stan Lee said,
Excelsior!
News from the Career Center, the town of Gilbert needs volunteers in December. See Mrs. B in the Career Center for more information on how to sign up.
In addition to volunteering, college and career presenters will be here next week. Monday will feature the University of Alabama, Tuesday the Gilbert Police Department, Thursday NAU, and Friday Park University.
Bang!
Flying in the air, fool. That ain't no flying saucer. I'm shooting webs like worldwide. Manhattan all the way to Yonkers. When they say Brooklyn, stand up. You better just fix your posture. And every hero needs his theme song.
Who in here trying to start a riot? Yeah. Who in here trying to start a riot? Who in here trying to start?
Hey Blackhawks, last Friday we took a 52-25 win against Marana Mountain View. Good job Blackhawks. Today we face off against Sunrise Mountain at 7 p.m. at Williamsfield. We took a close loss to the Mustangs last time. We need you in the stands for the last home game of the season to watch our boys get their revenge.
Speaking of sports, I'm sure most of you know Jackson Moore. a football player here at Williamsfield High School who's been out of the game for most of his senior career.
It's truly tragic to see someone so excited to play to be out for so long.
Well, Jackson's back in action, and Sarah and Ian got an inside scoop on how he's feeling about the rest of the season.
An injury at the
It's a
end
couple
of the
plays
catch.
into the third preseason game. Tore his ACL in a non-contact injury and now lost for the season. And so for New England, on the field, obviously it hurts. So there are certainly players they can use to make up for his loss.
Portland, he has become much more.
Jackson Moore is a football player here at Williamsfield High School. He has played defensive end all 4 years of his football career.
I started out freshman year. That was like the first real time I played football, and I was kind of confused, but then I played defensive end on scout and I really liked it.
Him and his teammates have improved considerably since their freshman year.
Overall, we improved greatly because we didn't really play that much till our varsity year.
In the first play of Williamsfield versus Norco, Jackson sustained a season-interfering injury.
So I broke my collarbone playing against Norco, and the first thing I remember is like the sound of it, like.
He just started yelling for coach. He said something was wrong with his shoulder.
And I thought it was like my shoulder popping, and then I was talking to Ryan because I was gonna have to go back out there because I was on special teams. I'm like, yeah, there's something in my pads, something's sticking out, and then he made me take off my pads, and he's like, oh my gosh, yeah, you're done. So
This injury brought a lot of complications in his last season.
I was angry because I wanted to do something and not just kind of waste my potential.
With this, Jackson hoped for a quick recovery in order to play in his final games of senior year.
The third week, I actually started lifting, but I was being careful. And then around the fourth and fifth week, I just got stronger and stronger and then started doing more stuff.
That leaves this play on the field. Be sure to come to the game versus Sunrise Mountain this Friday to see Jackson Moore play. This has been Sarah Lindner and Ian Perkins. Now back to the studio.
Did you know that over 100,000 people get hospitalized for influenza each year, much of which could be prevented if people simply washed their hands? Aiden, Leanne, and Tristan went about Williamsfield to see how infected our school actually is.
Williamsfield is clean, but even the most spotless areas can carry illness-inducing bacteria. You see that? You see how nasty that is? Look at how nasty that is. That's so gross. What are you? Wash your hands. Blah. Look at that. Ew. Ew. You know, the soap's right there. You could just go in, wash your hands.
Palmev is a local Mesa startup that specializes in Turkish rugs and pillowcases sourced directly from Turkey. Jason and Brandon give us a promo on some of their latest products.
The iconic Vibe Check meme was first coined circa April 2011, but was later revived by Gen Z during the month of September 2019. With the context much more familiar today, Landon, Diego, and Noah gave us a special spin regarding the iconic phrase.
Honey, what you doing? Kids these days. What's the vibe? Who are you? Vibing? Nah.
Vibe check.
cooking at EVIT to working in multiple restaurants, Devin Derwine is a chef here at Williamsfield who dominates in the cooking industry. Our very own Kylie and Zabby look into this flavorful lifestyle.
This is Devin Derwine, a fellow student here at Williamsfield who has a passion for cooking.
I enjoy cooking because you're just always moving, you're always doing something, and it's just not boring. You get to do new things every day. Honestly, it's just something I love to do, and I don't know, it makes me happy every time I'm in the kitchen. I mean, I love cooking for the people because it enjoys me when I see someone eating my food, or they think it's good, or they're having fun with their family.
With this passion, he intends to improve upon it by attending school outside of Williamsfield. With his striking personality, he leaves a positive imprint on the chefs he works with every day.
I'm going to EVIT right now, the EVIT Culinary Arts program.
My first impression of Devin, well, he was an individual that has a lot of energy and a very engaging personality.
He's a very funny character. His ambition for learning this trade, I think it's something that I haven't seen in a while in a kid.
As Devin strives forward to making his dream come true, such as being the chef on a cruise ship, his instructors leave him with a final message of encouragement.
I hope he stays as happy and passionate as he is now. Whatever he does, hopefully it's culinary. But I think if he finds what he's trying to do and enjoys it as much as he enjoys it right now, he'll certainly be a success at whatever he does.
And he's got the talent and he's got the passion, so those are the components that I see in him that I hope he gets wherever he wants to get.
To taste any of his unique cooking, attend any of the restaurants he works at. That's all the time we have for this story. We're Kylie Amaryllis and Zabby Durazo, reporting back to the studio.
As we enter the holiday season, various venues all around the area begin to hire. Jacob and Ian show students around campus what is required to obtain one of these positions.
Slow down there, buckaroo. You're not ready to apply for any job looking like that. Let me show you how it's done. For starters, construct your resume, meticulously putting down reasons you should be hired. Next, look on the internet to find a position suitable for you. Answer any service questions, then apply. Next will be your favorite part, waiting. Good job, imbecile. Hold on there. You're not done. You still have to do your job interview. A job interview is nothing to be scared of. Simply remember DeSabby. Don't dress stupidly and be yourself. Now you're ready for your interview. Good luck out there. Good job. You now have a job.
The all-time favorite activity for teens of all ages is being at the cinema, watching whatever feature film Hollywood throws out. Drake, Tristan, and Andrew went out describing a combination of real and fake movie plots to see if the students of Williamsfield could tell the difference.
Welcome to the first episode of Real or Fake, where we go around campus telling you the descriptions of movies, and you gotta guess if they're real or fake.
Each description of the movies are completely vague and require critical thinking to get it right, or you could get it completely wrong.
After discovering he's all alone in a mysterious world, Steve must find a way to build a house and survive the night.
I want to say it. Minecraft.
That's not the question. Is it real or fake?
Fake. It's fake.
You?
Fake.
Okay, you guys got it correct. It was based on Minecraft.
A farmer turned pirate must go on an epic quest to save his one true love with the help of a fencer who wishes to avenge his father.
Real.
It is real.
A Nebraska lawyer finds himself in an underground circus after a botched deal leaves him in destitute.
I give up. A disgruntled video production teacher caws when excited.
I think it's real.
A weekend retreat at a remote cabin in the woods for a group of childhood pals turns into a terrifying fight for survival as a killer years earlier dead comes along looking for revenge. A ghost couple tries to force a family out of their own home with the help of a goth girl. Little do they know of the man with all powerful abilities. They say his name 3 times.
Real. Fake. In reverse Unicard, you answer the question now.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Answer it after they guess.
Fake.
What is it? Well, if it's fake. Okay, you?
Fake, yeah.
Beetlejuice. It was real. Well, it seems like most of you know what you're talking about, though some of you got it wrong. You guys did pretty good. So back to the studio, which is that way.
That's all we have for this week's episode. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at WF_BHB.
And if you want to rewatch any of your favorite BHB highlights, be sure to check us out on the Blackhawk Buzz on YouTube.
Have a great weekend, Blackhawks. Remember to tune in for next week's episode for an all-new Blackhawk Buzz.